following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity.
Green Bay.
Good, better, better. Good gets better. Better gets better. There's on three.
Here we go, Barflies. Welcome to the Barfly Tailgate Show. You already know it's done by Barflies, for Barflies, and all the other Bears fans out there. Speaking of all the other Bears fans out there, I reached out to my man, Mike Schaefer, former co-host right here at the Barfly Tailgate Show and a longtime season ticket holder. With all the stadium news and all the crap going on, I was like, let me get perspective from a guy who's there, the man in the stands, Mr. Spaghetti himself, Mike Schaefer in the building. How are you doing, brother? How you been?
It's good to be back. Wow, what an intro. You guys upgraded since I was here last. I want to run through the tunnel right now. Holy shit.
Hey, that's shout out to Aldo, man. He put that together for us. I am not as technically savvy as he is. Even though I've been doing this for 7 years, I'm still not on Aldo's level. But
I thought it was you singing that song.
It's kind of like back in the day, if you watched wrestling, you thought Triple H did his intro sound. You thought that was him singing if you were a kid. But yeah, I can't hit those notes. I'm more of Johnny Cash, that low sound. I can't hit those high notes. That's just me.
Easy like Sunday morning, right?
That's right. KB, what's going on, brother? I see you muted right now. It looks like you out in the wilderness out there. How's it going, brother?
All right, man, we doing good, bro. Got the munchkins in the house, so it's a little crowded. So I was like, hey, y'all step outside. I didn't realize that that weather that's been going on for the past 2 days was still going on. So I didn't know if the wind was blowing past the mic or whatever the case was. So I ain't want to mess nothing up.
I mean, it looks
your boy doing.
It looks and sounds very well, KB. So we'll just get right down to brass tacks here. The stadium news came. It's been a while since we've been on, but the stadium news came down. The Bears seem to be pushing toward an Indiana site, but they're not completely over the goal line yet. Seems like they're kind of in the red zone. Illinois is trying to play some defense, it seems like. So like I said, I wanted to reach out to Mike and get the perspective of the fan in the stands of what's going on behind the scenes. How does it feel, Mike? First of all, do you have a preference, whether it's Indiana or Arlington Heights? I mean, what are your thoughts on all this crap?
Yeah, well, first off, I have no behind-the-scenes intel on anything. I think all of us are equally in the dark here, but I'm conveniently located right in the middle of Arlington Heights and Hammond, Indiana. So from a commute standpoint or from getting to the game, it doesn't matter to me. I think either would work the same. Part of me, though, like we do have a line in our fight song that says the pride and joy of Illinois.
Right.
And so, what happens, I don't think they're changing the fight song or anything like that, but it makes it a little less real. So I think I'm 51%. I'd rather Arlington Heights, 49% Hammond. But at the end of the day, I just want them to get this done.
Right.
This is dragged out for way too long. They purchased that land in Arlington Heights. It seems like a decade ago. It's not quite
2023. I Googled it because I was like, I feel like we've owned that for 5 years. What's going on?
Yeah. So it's just let's get it done. Let's make a decision. Let's figure out where we're building and start construction. So yeah, I think I lean Arlington Heights. I could live with either or, but my heart is saying Arlington Heights. But can we just keep it on the lakefront? Because can I still push for that? Because that's where I fucking want to stay.
I mean, we kind of talked about it before coming on. We're going to lose that bear weather that Bears fans love so much. I know you were saying prior to coming on that it does give you an advantage because, like you said, the fans have to constantly be moving or making noise or doing something to try and at least stay warm. But I felt like when we played –
or drinking more to stay warm, and it's louder. There's more energy. I don't care how bad that team is, and we've had some pretty bad ones in the recent years. And there's been some very cold games. I remember a Christmas Day against Buffalo. I remember a Cleveland game. I mean, it feels like half of the top 10 coldest games in Bears history have been in the recent 5-10 years. And I don't care how good or bad the team is. That place is electric when it's cold. When the temperature goes below zero, the fans hit a different level, and I'm going to miss that.
Yeah, for sure. I just, as a fan, I'm at home watching on my couch. When I was watching us play the LA Rams last year, I was like, well, we've got the advantage. It's cold here. They're coming from sunny LA where it's nice and warm. And even our top players, the Colston Lovelands, the Luther Burden, hell, Roma Dunze on the goal line are dropping balls. And I'm like, we're supposed to have the advantage in this weather. What the heck is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And listen, I think that, Ben Johnson's offense probably plays better indoors. But Ben Johnson's not going to be here for the next 30, 40 years.
He might be.
Hopefully he is.
I love Ben Johnson.
Realistically, right? At some point, we will return to the defense first minded Chicago Bears. I mean, that's just in our DNA. So I expect it to go back there, and I want it to be cold for that.
What are your thoughts, KB? I know you're out there in Indiana, so would Hammond be way closer for you, or are you? I'm not sure where your location is in Indiana.
I mean, it'll shave off a good 30 minutes for me. It'd be about a 45-minute drive for me if I wanted to go to a Bears game in Hammond, which is, it's nice for me. You know what I'm saying? I would absolutely love to jump on a bypass or the toll road and shoot down before a game, go tailgate, be like, hey, bro, whoever I'm with, let's go shoot the shit around and go to a bar while we're out here and watch the game. That'd be awesome. I guess because I haven't necessarily lived in Chicago since I was a child, my care for the situation is a little 50-50. I would love for them to move to Arlington Heights. You bought the property. You did the legwork for it. So it's like, all right, man, go put in the rest of the work and build a stadium. And then again, if Indiana's rolling out the red carpet to give you everything that you might need and want for a new stadium,
right?
Like I said, to me, it's still South Side Chicago, Hammond for me. I've never looked at Hammond as Indiana. It's always been Chicago to me. It's a suburb in my head. I'm at the point though as a fan. I just want the ordeal to be done. I feel like Illinois has played this thing way too crappy. I feel like they've had years trying to get something done, and I feel like the runaround has been given by Illinois. Even though Chicago, the Bears organization has done their fair of nonsense. But at the end of the day, it's what can we come and sit down and have a talk with about getting this thing done?
Yeah.
And if y'all don't want to talk about it, y'all keep pushing it off, y'all keep throwing this thing to the side, y'all not trying to help with any of the pay. I'm gonna go to some. It's like the girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? You got a girl. She might be beautiful. She might be everything that everybody wants. But then it's the side chick that's giving you everything that you won't need. You know what I'm saying? She might not be the prettiest.
Yeah.
But she might be.
But she got a 401k.
So, man, like I said, I just want the situation to be done with. I want them to get something situated soon so they can start the building process, man. Because how long did it take for the Rams to get SoFi built? You know what I'm saying? How long did it get for the Dallas Cowboys when they finally upgraded their stadium to Jerry World?
You talk about a sweet ass deal. Jerry Jones has got the deal of the century. I mean, he didn't have to pay nothing for that stadium, and he gets like 95 cents to every dollar that goes in that stadium, whether it's game day or a concert or what. He's got the deal that the deal of all deals out there.
Yeah.
But
and
yeah, man,
that's what it really comes down to. The Bears want to be able to get revenue outside of the Bears. They want to be able to say, hey, man, you know, we can host, like I went to the Kendrick Lamar concert in Soldier Field. The city of Chicago got that. The Bears organization didn't get that. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? They want to be able to pull money in other ways. That's how you grow your business. That's how you grow your brand. So I get why they want to do the move, and I get why you want to leave Chicago if somebody's offering.
I agree on the business thing, and I'm just sick of hearing politicians talk about the Bears owners being billionaires, and we're not going to help billionaires, and it's a bunch of crap. They're running a business, and it's their right to make good decisions. And the difference between the deal that the state of Indiana is willing to play with versus the deal that the state of Illinois is playing with is night and day. It's not even close. Indiana's a pro-business state. Illinois is an anti-business state. They're certainly not pro-business. And so I don't think the Bears even wanted Indiana to be such a great choice. But how could you not? It's like, oh, man, how do you say no to that? It's just such a great deal. That's why we are where we are today. And think about it from their perspective, too. If you're running a business, you want to work with others or business partners who are good at running a business. The debt in the state of Illinois compared to the surplus in the state of Indiana, again, totally different universes. And I can't blame the Bears. And if this thing goes down and we end up in Hammond, I'm not going to be thrilled. I'm not going to be upset. I just want a building, like I said before. Right. How do you blame them? Like they kind of got pushed into this thing. And the state of Illinois, if you go back to when the land in Arlington Heights was purchased, the state didn't waste a second to inflate the value of that property, which at the time was still Arlington Park. It was still the grandstands, and the Bears had to knock it down to turn it into a vacant land immediately just to make that the value of that land lower. But the state wasted no time. They wasted no time to charge the Bears for that. But then when it came to making a deal, they did nothing for how many years? And it was this last session that went to the 3 a.m. and they didn't even vote. Like, come on. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars of revenue that get generated by the Bears in the state, jobs that get created, supplemental jobs, restaurants, bars in the area. Think about it. Like the ripple effect of having the team is gigantic. And the state, I'm turning this into a political thing, and I don't mean to do that, but it's almost a pandering moment to the public that like, well, we're not going to tax you. The billionaire is going to build his own stadium. Fuck that. You're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars of income coming into the state. Right. So I don't know. I got heated.
Yeah.
It makes me heated.
Yeah. It's very tough. Like I'll try to blanket all that together. KB was talking about how Hammond feels like Southside Chicago. My sister-in-law and my wife were both born up there. Actually, my sister-in-law was born in Hammond. My wife was born in Munster. And whenever someone asks them where they're from, they say Chicago because that is essentially Chicago. When you go up there, even though it's Indiana, you don't see Colts jerseys walking around the mall. You see Bears jerseys walking around. They all grew up in it. Most of them have family that still live there or used to live there and moved to Indiana for better tax cuts or whatever, what have you. You get more bang for your buck as far as buying property, etc., and stuff like that. So it feels like a suburb of Chicago. So that's what I tell people because I'm in Kentucky and everyone knows I'm a Bears fan. And I guess basically it doesn't affect me really because I only get to go maybe one game a year. You know what I'm saying? So either way, it doesn't affect me. Actually, most of the time when I go there, I stay in Indiana because it's cheaper to stay in a hotel in Indiana than it is in Chicago. And I can take a train in or whatever. But yeah, it just, like I said before we came on, Mike, it feels like we're the kids and our parents are getting divorced and they're fighting over every little thing. And one of them seems like they don't care. And the new girlfriend in Indiana is saying, I can give you all this if y'all just come over here. And everybody at work's like, oh, are they going to call them the Indiana Bears, Aaron? What's going on out there? And I'm like, absolutely not. I tell them, it would be like if the Bengals moved to Northern Kentucky. That's literally how close it's across the river. There's really no difference in that. And then they're like, oh, because all they see and hear is, oh, Bears are moving to Indiana. Bears are moving to Indiana. But if you don't know the region, if you've never been in the area, you don't realize you'll be out of Indiana into Chicago before you know it, unless you look over at the gas prices. That's the only way you'll know.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. That's for damn
Drop
sure.
from $6 to $3 real quick. You know, oh, where am I at? Where am I at?
But the point you bring up is like so valid. Like a lot of people just will use a blanket statement of the Bears can't be in Indiana, and the assumption is that like it's Indianapolis, the middle of the state. Hammond borders Chicago. Arlington Heights does not. There are suburbs between Arlington Heights and Chicago, and Hammond is literally right on the border. I hear a lot of people too complaining about the commute. Like, well, you know, all the fans that live in the northwest suburbs or in the northern suburbs. Well, what about the fans on the south side? What about the fans, you know, and it tends to be more blue collar people on the south side. So the welder that lives in Alsip, I used that analogy on Twitter, I think a week ago or two. Like that's the guy I want us to be fighting for, not, you know, the banker that lives in Northfield. So, you know,
or the lawyer whose family's had season tickets since the Bears started, you know,
put some extra gas in your car and wake up an hour earlier and get your ass to the game, you know, like
absolutely. I do want to touch on Oliver's comment here. He said, here in Vegas, they built a football stadium, building a baseball stadium. The A's are moving there. And in less than 10 years, they'll probably have a basketball arena. We've heard about the Sonics coming back and Vegas possibly getting a basketball team because all these leagues want to be a part of Vegas and get a piece of that money pot that they've got. I live in Kentucky again. Tennessee, Nashville has chose to move, chose a plot and started building a stadium all in the 3 years that the Bears have owned Arlington Heights. And it's crazy to me. And a lot of people ask me, you know, again, why are the Bears going to Indiana? I said, the LA Rams were charged, I believe, $14 million tax when they built SoFi. The state of Illinois is attempting to tax the Chicago Bears $53 million before there's even anything on the property. That's 5 times higher than what the Rams are paying. So, again, Indiana's giving them this sweetheart deal. And it really is, I mean, like you said, Mike, I hate to go into politics. I can't stand politics because all it does is rip people apart.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, that's what we're talking about here is the politicians attempting to tax them an exorbitant amount that again, they keep calling the Bears billionaires. They are, I mean, their business is worth billions, but that's the only business they have. They don't have oil money to fall back on like Jerry Jones. They don't have tech money to fall back on like the owner of the Rams back out there. So this is what they have. They have to make the best of it. So, like you said, KB, if you go see Kendrick Lamar, if you go see, I think Taylor Swift went through Soldier Field when she was doing her thing.
Yep.
The Bears want to get a piece of that pie, man, and I cannot blame them, Mike. As a business owner, you've got to feel how that feels, And you said Illinois is not business friendly. I mean, I was talking last year. I love Aurelio's Pizza. That's my favorite pizza spot in Chicago. Shout out to Aurelio's. If we could ever get a sponsor, I'd be over the moon for those guys. But there used to be one downtown the last time I was in Chicago, and it was awesome. You got out of the game. I was walking, so I don't have to worry about traffic. We just go to Aurelio's. I sit down, get a pie and a beer, and just chill out and wait for the traffic to die down or whatever. And those are gone. Neil said that they moved them out of there, and I'm like, gosh, what am I? You know what I mean? It just sucks. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, in big corporations, Boeing, Caterpillar, left and right, big companies are leaving the state for more tax-friendly states, and you can't blame them. Illinois politicians just don't understand the effect of like a tax break for a large company. That means hundreds of thousands of jobs. It means income into the state. They just don't get that. It's stupid.
Yeah. All right. We've got your opinion on all that, and I don't want to. I'm sure fans are tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about it. We're tired of talking about it, but we had to touch on it, and I definitely wanted to get perspective. I only got you for about 10 more minutes, Mike, so I want to get your opinion on what you're hearing out of minicamp. Caleb's on fire. I mean, what are your thoughts on minicamp, and what can the Bears be this year?
Well, let's start with what they can be, and they can be a contender. There's no question about it. We saw what they could do last year. It's going to be a tougher mountain to climb this year, though.
Absolutely.
And, a lot of the games that they won last year, even if you give them the same exact schedule this year, some of those coin flips or those bounces aren't going to go your way. I think we would be crazy to sit here and expect the same record. If there's a regression there, I think it's natural. I think the team will be better. I think the secondary is going to be so exciting to watch. Totally revamped. You look at all the interceptions they had, and it's crazy that they did last year with who was playing, with the personnel they had. And so I've 100% faith in Dennis Allen and Ben Johnson on the offensive side of the ball to make things work with their pieces. And we can be where we were last year. Like, they can be at the top of the division. There's no question about it. I want to pummel Green Bay 2 times this year, just like everybody else. So, I think we have to just have realistic expectations going into the season. Minicamp, honest truth, I wasn't that zeroed in on what was going on. I never am. Like, it usually takes me to late July. Once the Cubs are officially out of it.
Well, they're working on us, ain't they, Mike?
White Sox.
Yeah.
White Sox. Y'all gotta say, y'all know y'all love the White Sox jerseys. They're wearing
no, you're gonna lie, KB. They're fun to watch. As an outsider that watches all kinds of baseball, the White Sox are fun to watch, and I bet the over before the season. So, thank you.
They are fun. They are fun. But I'm really excited about the Bears rookie class. I think we're going to see players start. Thieneman, no question, is a day one starter. The center from Iowa, I think, will sneak his way into the lineup. That dude is just fast. He looks like a beast. He looks like an animal.
He's a perfect fit. I don't want to cut you off, Mike, but I did the off-season draft shows with Danny Shimon and Logan Jones. He was my favorite center in the draft. I'm so stoked that we got him. And again, Dylan Thieneman, we covered him, but we were like, there's no shot this guy drops to us at 25. But he did.
Like a gift. Like a gift. And Xavier Thomas, I think, is going to be such a great fit. You know, his role maybe changes a little bit with Khalif, the acquisition of Khalif. But yeah, I mean, I'm just I can't wait for September.
Yeah. I'm the Bears are going to be in Cincinnati, and I just bought my tickets. I'm going to. It's preseason, but I'm going to go see them August 22nd. I'm excited. I'm ready to go see some football. But yeah, man, you said it perfectly. The draft class. I mean, everybody was like, "Why didn't we get a pass rusher? Why didn't we get a pass rusher?" I feel like either they believe, and people keep forgetting we have ascending pieces on our defensive line already. And B, this draft class at edge, even the top guys, there was like question, like even Arvell Reese, they were like, is he a pass rusher? Is he an off-ball linebacker? Even some of the guys that I liked, I love Malachi Lawrence, but A, he was gone before us, and B, he, according to Danny, he was a little undersized for what Dennis Allen likes, but it just nothing ever fit perfectly and fell perfectly for us to get an edge rusher. And I feel like Cam Jordan's on his way. I can't, like I said, I have no behind the scenes conversations about that, but I just feel like he knows Dennis Allen's defense. He doesn't want to go through all this bull crap of the offseason. All these older guys, they're like, man, I'm fishing. I ain't doing all that. I'll see y'all in August, But
people forget Austin Booker is what, 2022? Like he's still
KB's been all about some book.
Yeah, take it away, KB.
Man, listen, like I said, I've been on the Austin Booker train since we drafted him, watching the kids, game tape from Kansas. I mean, you get it. He wasn't the starter at Kansas, and he wasn't getting all the playing time and whatnot. But when he was getting on the field, he was making the best of his playing time. And you look at the comp, and the comp was always Max Crosby.
Yep.
I've said this. You look at the ascension of Max Crosby's career. His rookie year, he was okay. His next year, he was okay. It wasn't until his third year where he really started to take off. That's when he really started putting things together. And you listen to this coaching staff talk. I'm not somebody that's going to judge Dennis Allen by what he said. I came in and I wanted to implement the system. So I became more about the system than actually teaching the guys about the fundamentals. I get it. You're coming in, you want to get the right pieces in, and you want to try to get the pieces that are here to mold to the system that you have. So I can understand you starting to lean more on this is where we're supposed to go. We need to be here. This is what we need to do. This is where you have to be when this player goes. I get all that. But you hear him say, I need to refocus on us doing the little stuff first. And I've always said this. What do I go back to you learn the X's and O's. You get the everyday stuff down first. The basics. Go back to the basics because the basics can make you a champion. Listen, I just watched the New York Knicks win an NBA championship, okay?
Hey, shout out
to the New York Knicks, you know what I'm saying? So I look at this Austin Booker situation and I look at a coaching staff that's going to go back to the basics and going to teach this kid. He came in bigger from all sayings in training camp. He's looked better.
Yeah.
They said that it's been a bunch of plays that he's actually would have blown up or he would have sacked Caleb Williams had there actually been a game. So I get it's scary. You don't want to put all your chips in one bag or all your eggs in one basket because we're really banking on Austin Booker to be great this year. I think you hit on him. I think that's my thing. I think you hit on him. And I think we have to be a little patient. But I'm also not blind to the fact that we can still bring in Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan come in and help that entire D-line. Right. Or, you know what I'm saying, they can go out and they could still make a trade for somebody.
That's true.
There's still a possibility. It's a wait and see thing for me. But like I said, I'm an Austin Booker fan. I feel like Austin Booker can take that next step, and I think he can be what we expected Montez Sweat to be. Because Montez Sweat is just an all-around defensive end, but I think you would actually get your pass rushing superstar from Booker.
Yeah, and I think if you were to bring in Cam, he could spell Montez Sweat, and you getting about the same
Yeah.
Maybe even better play from Cam Jordan than you get from Montez sometimes. Mike, I know I only got you for maybe a minute more. Give me your final thoughts before we get out of here. And then if you want to hit some shout outs or whatever you want to do, if you want to plug anything, put that on out, brother. But I'll let you finish up.
I'm not plugging anything these days, but yeah, I mean, my final thoughts is, look, we haven't been in this position in years where we're coming off a season like we just came off of. I think Bears fans need to be hyped. I think let the chips fall on the whole stadium thing and don't worry about it. Just like the teams, focusing on what's going on between the lines and on the field. We are going to have an exciting season next year. Everybody better come hype. Three home games in the first 4 weeks. We're going to have some warmer weather games, so it's going to be good tailgate weather. So I just can't wait. I can't wait for this summer to get over, get to fall, and hopefully see you guys again in the fall.
Oh, I'll definitely come out there to tailgate.
Yeah. You're always invited. Everyone's
appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Like I said, great to hear from you again. I love your insight. I might reach out to you on bye week or something and get like a mid-season update from the fan. I know you're super busy, and again, where you're a season ticket holder, you can't really do the show with us anymore. And we miss you, brother. But the door's always open. You got the link now. If you ever want to hop on, if we got things going on, I'll let you know. But man, again, it's great to hear from you. But bear down, brother.
Bear down, fellas. Happy to come back and miss you guys.
All right, man. See you.
See you.
Well, KB, let's
What
get
up,
down
thanks,
to it. I mean, we talked some stadium news. He touched on the draft class a little bit there, which was great to hear. Again, I'm trying to find which one of these is best for us. I think this might be it. Yeah, man. I mean, touching on the draft class, touching on minicamp. I know we've both been working. I hope you've been enjoying your time away from the podcast a little bit. This weather's been nice. I threw some steaks on the grill yesterday. My weather's been nice. I think y'all got hit with like tornadoes and shit, right?
Yeah.
How's everything going up there, KB?
The past few days, excuse my language, it's been a shit show.
Yeah.
That storm that rolled in 2 days ago, I mean, it dropped tornadoes all around Illinois, coming into Indiana. One hopped right over me and dropped like literally right outside of Elkhart. So we got to deal with the backlash of that from the firefighter standpoint.
Right.
Lots of fun calls going on, lots of line downs, trees are uprooted everywhere. You know what I'm saying? A certain neighborhood out here, from my understanding, was kind of destroyed because of the tornado. And I mean, still, I'm looking at it now. We're still looking at cloudy, gray skies, and it looks like it might end up storming here soon. But it is what it is, man. It's the Midwest up here in Indiana. We get all 4 seasons in a day. I wouldn't be surprised if I caught some snow at some point. I mean, it is what it is, brother. We trying to make the best of it, bro.
Yeah.
I have been able to grill. We, especially at the station, man, we kind of got some cookers, so we throw a bunch of stuff on the smoker. We do all this stuff now, so that's been fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely been fun. I think I might depending on how this weather goes, I might go over to the store, pick up a couple steaks myself, because steak sounds amazing. So
yeah. We was we was walking through the store yesterday, and Mallory was like, "Steak sounds good." I said, "Hell yeah, sounds good." So we made some steaks, some fried potatoes, and some green beans and stuff. Not to make everybody hungry bright and early, but it was a fantastic dinner. Came out perfect. I threw them on the Blackstone. Got your sears. Good. Obviously, I mean, I'm not your average white boy, KB. Around here, if you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoned. I'm not one of these. I'm not one of these. Don't season my shit. You know what I'm saying? But, it came out really good. But I mean, I guess it's been so long, KB. We're both Madden players. Our guys on the cover, man. What are your thoughts on the Madden cover of Caleb? The the photos. I mean, he's ascending to this superstar. I mean, the fans of other teams can't stand shit, but
Hey man,
his ascension as a superstar. What are your thoughts on all this, man?
Green Bay fans pissed. Ooh, they got. He's the saddest Madden player to ever grace the cover. Oh, my butt hurts. Man, I don't give a damn. Look, the only thing I care about is if the Madden curse don't come to town. I'll actually take the background of Chicago being hit with the Madden curse with the Bears supposedly moving, as long as it's not Caleb. Don't care. I signed up for the MVP bundle that gives you both college football and the Madden. I haven't played Madden in a few years, right? Well, a couple years, because college football by far the superior game in my head. But I was like, this is the year I'm going to get the Madden.
Right.
Just because, Caleb, it's hard to pass up, man. It's great because the Bears haven't had a Madden cover athlete. We've had a 2K with Brian Urlacher.
You know, the Spanish cover with Roberto
Garza. So it's the first time a Madden cover has been graced by a Bears player. It's even more fitting that the worst position that I think historically we've ever had is the person that's on the Madden cover. And I mean, in all seriousness, he's probably one of the top 5 most exciting players to watch in NFL. I mean,
yeah,
Madden is a business.
Mm-hmm.
The come out with the Iceman for the oh my God, beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, I usually I don't buy Madden right away as soon as it drops. Historically, like, you know, for the last few years, I'll wait for it to go on sale. You know, like Christmas time or Black Friday or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get it half off or where they put it up for $20 or whatever, I'll grab it then. Because I mean, I'm just gonna play my franchise mode. You know what I'm saying? So it don't really matter to me to have it right away. But I think on this one, KB, I think I'm gonna splurge to get that deluxe edition, the hard copy. I never buy the hard copy anymore.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get the hard copy just to have it. But I freaking love it, man. I'm so fired up, and I've said on here and I've said on my other podcast, 12 Ounce Core Route podcast, Wednesdays on Daily Football Roundup right here on YouTube. By the way, just a short little plug. Caleb does 4 or 5 plays every week where I'm like, I've never seen that, especially in a Bears uniform. You know what I'm saying? Packers fans are probably mad because the last time they had a cover athlete, he was actually in a Jets jersey, right? It was wasn't it Favre?
Yep.
And by the time it
was
came
either
out,
the Jets or the Vikings, one or the
other. but yeah, I mean, if I'm honest, like I thought Matthew Stafford deserved it. Apparently his wife hates when we call him Matt. You know, MVP, he's getting up there almost close to retirement. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that they may give him a little something on his way out. But I can understand it. Caleb was very and we were out myself. I can't speak for everybody. I was so worried leading up into that draft when we were taking Caleb because all I heard was he's not a leader. I didn't care about him crying in his mom's arms because I'll be honest with you, KB. The highest level of football I played was high school. I cried after every game we lost because I'm giving my all. I'm busting my ass.
Shit. And yes. Tears. You hear me? Because I knew it was over.
Yeah. So I can understand. I didn't have a problem with that. The painting the fingernails, he is objectively him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pull it off. I saw a lot of Bears fans going out painting their nails last year. I can't do it, but that's him. You know what I'm saying? And I understand why he does it. His mom was a nail tech, which is why he's paying homage to his mother, who obviously he loves. I mean, even on Sunday Night Football, he said, Caleb Williams, shout out moms. You know, so definitely loves his mama. And who don't? If you don't love your mama, you argue with a wall. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Yeah, I'm loving that he's the cover athlete. I'm loving how how advertisable he is. You know what I'm saying? How he's able to push so much, and he works his ass off. His leadership is unquestioned. He's the unquestioned leader of the Chicago Bears, of the team. And I'm so excited to have him as a Chicago Bear.
Yep.
But it's gonna cost us, KB. I don't know if you heard about
Ooh.
this.
I just watched that Patrick Mahomes deal. Oh,
half a billion.
Oh, good God. I said they got
thinking,
that man signed into his 40s, but
Yeah, but I was thinking, I'm wondering how far is this going to go for these franchise quarterbacks to where, and when Caleb was coming out, we all heard him saying that he want, I don't know how true it was, but everybody was saying, well, he wants a piece of ownership in his rookie deal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if these teams will start offering that to some of these high-end players, because, I mean, if you're paying Patrick Mahomes $500 million as it is, you're a $1 billion organization. How much of them can say, look, we'll pay you this much and your 1% ownership of the team or whatever? I don't know. Am I crazy for thinking that, KB? Or
I feel like it gets tricky with that because you have the, I mean, you would have to bake no trade clauses in there. I mean, what happens if a player gets cut? You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. I feel like at that point, we would be reaching a stratosphere that we shouldn't be involved in, because I feel like there's too much that can happen. After watching the Patrick Mahomes deal, I did talk to a bunch of guys at the table, man. I feel that at some point the NFL is going to try to step in and start trying to put a hard cap on what a player is allowed to make. And not to say like, oh, you can only make X amount of dollars, but I think they're going to say, look, man, the ceiling is getting a little too high.
Right.
We have to find a middle ground somewhere to say this is entirely too much and not go over that ceiling.
Yeah.
$500 million is a lot of money, and I'm not here to say that they're not entitled to pay him that money. We watch these soccer clubs pay one player generational wealth in money, the same amount Patrick Mahomes to get across the rest of his life at this point. They're getting into like 5-year deals and stuff like that, which is crazy. Right. Baseball deals, you see, they sign baseball deals for 10 years. So,
but I think they're about to have a salary cap in baseball. We probably might not have baseball next year because of it.
Exactly. So I'm at a certain point, I think the NFL might try to step in and say, look, man, this is getting outrageous. Kind of like how they did with the rookies when they would come in and then they finally just said, look, man, this is the hard ceiling for this.
Right.
It gets escalate through the years just by like going up, but this is it. Like we're not having Matt Stafford hold out so he can get a better paycheck than Peyton Manning. It's not happening. Jamarcus Russell, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be life-changing money that Caleb ultimately gets. You kind of wish that he does take the GOAT route, Tom Brady, and say, look, man, I make all this money outside of this. And he came from money. He was making money in college.
He was a millionaire before he stepped on the field as a pro.
Right. Yeah. So you're hoping that maybe he says, man, look, I can take X amount of dollars and I'll be cool. Just keep the team built around me. And I mean that starts with next season, man. You go try to make that push for a Super Bowl run. I'm not saying we're geared up for it all the way yet, but we're definitely playoff contenders. Yeah. And you get into a playoff, but man, anything can happen. So,
well, I mean, speaking of Caleb, you were talking last year about why can't my guy get some MVP votes? Sprinkle a couple dollars on Caleb as the MVP this year. I mean, I'm sure you get really good odds of it right now. Actually, most of the bets that I make most of my money off of are year-long bets, which I'm never betting NHL again, KB. I'm never betting them again. Last year, I got to tell you this bet because I'm fuming over it. last year when Indiana won the Big Ten championship, right?
Uh-huh.
I bet I made a parlay. Indiana to win the national title in football. That hit.
Fair.
Michigan to hit the national championship in basketball. That hit.
Thanks.
Rory McIlroy to win the Masters. That hit. I had the Spurs to win the NBA title. That was close.
Close.
I had the Colorado Avalanche to win the Stanley Cup. They were favorites. They won. They finished the season with the most wins, and they choked. They got swept by the freaking Golden Knights, and I couldn't even cash out KB. It was a $1 bet that would have paid me $3,000, but I was like, I'll just cash out of this when it gets close, right? Going into that final game, I mean, the Avalanche are down 3-0, and I'm like, they offered me $22 to cash out. Just, I mean, whatever. But it's a $1 bet, so I'm like, all right. But I did not cash. I was like, surely the Avalanche will win one freaking game. Hell no. I'll wake up the next morning, ESPN headlines, Viva Las Vegas. I said, you motherfuckers.
He said, damn, I didn't even win one.
Taking money out my damn. I mean, I'm just waiting on a decent cash. They offered me like $300 when the final started. But man, if the Avalanche would have just won a couple games, I would have took that cash out probably in Game 7 of the Spurs, because I love the Spurs, but they were the ones I was worried about. And then the freaking Avalanche, man, I was so mad.
Hey, brother, listen, my betting, I can sit there and I can tell people what I see all day, and they'll go in, they'll put in bets and make money. Anytime I make bets, bro, horrible.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I bet on basketball. I'll never do that again. I said, man, the dude I wanted to score 24 points sat on the damn bench the whole game. Then goddamn bench player came in and dropped 30. Come on. I'm not doing this today. I'm like, I don't get how anybody can bet on basketball.
Man, I swear it be like that, KB. I mean, sometimes you'll live bet. There'll be somebody that's at like 15 points. You bet them to score 20. All of a sudden, they score 18 and go sit on the bench. I'm like, come on, what y'all do?
Right.
That's why Chauncey Billups and them got pulled in with this conspiracy bullshit because of stuff like that.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. But we got to touch on this mini camp before we get out of here. And then we'll give our season preview, I guess, KB, and that's how we'll close this thing out.
Right.
Again, they're in shorts and T-shirts.
Yep.
But Caleb looks sharp. I really pay attention more to the interviews or the press conferences than I did the actual gameplay. I mean, other than the clips that the Bears put out or whatever. I guess Xavier Thomas looked really good out there, which, I mean, shout out Ben. Ben Johnson's the one that said it. And there were some draft experts that I remember when it happened, Field Yates went on Waddle and Sylvie and said that he had a NFL scout call him and say, where's Thomas from LSU in your top 100?
Yeah.
And Field Yates said, well, I don't have him ranked that high. And he said,
He'll
be gone in the 3rd round. That's what he said. I mean, look where we got him, you know.
Right.
But he's tearing stuff up. Khalif Raymond, and I heard Khalif Raymond talking about going to the jugs machine, trying to get people to go to the jugs machine with him. And Colson Loveland said he'd already been through it. He says Xavier Thomas is catching balls after practice. He said Jalen Johnson's out there, and a bunch of them. Big concern with Kyler Gordon, though, man. The guy just can't seem to stay healthy. And I feel like it's starting to rub Ben the wrong way because he talked about it last year when they asked about him, and he was like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you anything because I don't know. But it just sucks because he's so talented when he's on the field. You know what I'm saying? It just if you can't stay, you know, John Fox said it. Sometimes the best ability is availability. If you ain't got the availability, I mean, they drafted Malik Muhammad. I haven't heard how he looks or good or bad in minicamp, but I know he was good at Texas. I was surprised. There's another guy I was surprised was there.
Yeah.
I just – what are your thoughts on anything from minicamp, if you got anything, man?
Oh, I got a few. Just and to stay here with the Skyler thing. I seen a post say he's starting to give me Bryce Callahan vibes. Now, for fans out there that don't remember Bryce Callahan, undrafted rookie free agent when we got him. Absolutely sure by the time he hit his peak, Bryce Callahan might have been the best nickel corner in the league. But and to be honest with you, it probably wasn't close. The kid was absolutely phenomenal in the position. But Bryce Callahan's issue happened to be what? Soft tissue issue.
Yeah.
He was never on the field. And when you got him, he was clutch. He was amazing. Bryce Callahan was an amazing player, but he's constantly hurt. Kyler Gordon, amazing player, constantly hurt. It's the soft tissue injuries that are piling up. It's not like Rome, who came out and said flat out, man, I might not ever be the same player that I was before the foot injury.
That's crazy, right? He had to learn how to run again, he said.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about, but it's true. You hurt your foot, there's a whole list of things you got to redo because planning is different. The way that you start and take off is different. And like he said, and it might not be because of the injury, but because of how he healed. And you look at Kyler's running mate. You look at Jalen Johnson, who had core muscle surgery,
right?
But came back in the same freaking season of play. Yeah. And by all accounts, has looked amazing in camp, and apparently was a menace the first day with 2 interceptions. Your best ability is availability, man. And when your coach is sitting there saying, like, man, hey, look, he's still hurt. I don't know what you want me to do with that.
Right.
Kyler, there has to be a change in whatever the routine is. Something needs to shake. You need to get a different routine or something, man. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Alshon Jeffrey was one of my favorite wide receivers when the Bears had him. I felt he was supremely talented.
Alshon Jeffrey, South Carolina.
Right. And he kept having soft tissue injuries.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a training staff or whatever the case may be, man. Something needs to change in his routine. That this is a constant issue because it's going to be a certain point where, brother, your value isn't going to exceed what you're given.
Right.
And not being on the field is going to hurt.
I can't remember. Did he have these issues at Washington as well? Or
I don't remember.
High. I don't feel like he had injury concerns in college.
Yeah, I don't remember them saying that he was injury prone in college. I think he might have had one injury, but I don't remember him necessarily being injury prone. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that one sucks. Hearing that the offense is a lot better. The operation portion of it, the way that Caleb is calling plays in the huddle, everything is coming out smooth. I mean, you see it on Twitter. You go on Twitter, it's a lot of deep shots.
Yeah,
a lot of deep shots. Colston Loveland.
Komet got a deep shot on there.
I was gonna say Colston Love and Cole Komet both getting deep shots. Oh man, like I said, you also heard about Austin Booker being a menace. Them saying that Austin Booker would have had multiple sacks in a practice had he been able to hit Caleb, which is it helps my line of thinking. It tempers things for me. Damian Thomas. I don't think they're pushing that kid just to push him. They're not trying to say, hey, we picked him in the third.
Right.
Here, he's making plays.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you think about it. What did our guys say? You know what I'm saying? He was hearing stuff out of Mississippi State saying that the kid was supremely talented and how they were hurt when he left. You know what I'm saying? He just went to a crowded room. LSU is 1A, 1B for wide receiver youth. You know what I'm saying? So
and Brian Kelly didn't know what the hell he was doing out there last year either.
At all. So you look at it. You brought in Khalif Raymond. I'm standing on this hill. That kid Xavier Thomas is going to be all over the field.
Yeah.
They're gonna have him lined up wide. They're gonna have him in the slot. They're gonna have him in the backfield running the ball. They're going to use that kid as a chess piece.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson wanted an electric playmaker.
Yeah.
In the mold of a Jahmyr Gibbs, and he zeroed in on Xavier Thomas for that reason.
That's what he saw. And they asked Ben about Xavier, and he kind of said, you know, he's got a lot of the pieces there. As long as he could be in the right place at the right time, running the right route the way we want it to be, he's going to help us out a lot, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like Coach Randall L. is really coaching him up on route running because you don't have to coach the speed. It's already there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You just got to make sure he's in the right spot at the right time. And I love when Caleb said last year he felt like he was drowning because all we heard – shout out Albert Breer talked about they were feeding him out of a fire hose. So it was kind of, you know, went hand in hand with how he was feeling. But this year he's already got the terminology down. You know what I'm saying? It's I hate to use a Matt Nagy term, but Matt Nagy was talking about we going from 101 to 102 or however he said it. I feel like we're actually getting that this time. We have a quarterback who knows what he's doing. I'm sorry, Trubisky, but you were lost out there. You couldn't read a defense, and I feel like Caleb can. And Caleb can make all the throws, like you were talking about the bombs, man. And shout out Rome. Again, he talked about having to learn how to run again, but a lot of these clips I'm seeing, the receiving end is number 15 down there, tearing it up. And if we remember last year, prior to the injury, this dude was a fantasy star. He had so many touchdowns, deep balls, all of that stuff. Just was an absolute star out there. So I think we hit the 4K this year, KB. I think the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit with this team.
I would love to see, just from a fan perspective, man, I would love to see Rome transition into the type of player Keenan Allen is. Look at my boy Barrelissimo. Hey, I was right there with you, Barrelissimo. I drafted Davion Thomas in every draft. So
I mean, we talked about it on Draft on Tap. We had one guy in there that, again, somebody said it in the chat, had the Bayless Jones Jr. I can't remember who it was, but they were pissed when we drafted him. He said, "This is Bayless Jones all over again." Blah blah blah. It's a different player. And again, Neil talked about it. I mean, Neil is a former scout at Mississippi State, so he's still got ties there. And that's where Xavier went prior to LSU. So we had secondhand knowledge of what we were getting out of Xavier. And now we're all seeing it. Yeah, you're right, Triple. It was J2K. Yeah, he was pissed.
Oh, J2K was hot. Because I remember going at it with him on a couple shows, man. Yeah. But I want to see Rome transition to more of the Keenan Allen-esque type of player. Because to me, my love for Keenan Allen, especially when Keenan Allen was younger, Keenan Allen was a route artist. I mean,
absolutely.
One of the best. I put him up there was Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, and at that point, Calvin Ridley. To me, those three, in their entirety, some of the best route running I have ever seen. Because it became more than just I got speed, I can run past you. No, I got this little subtle head fake. Then I'm gonna run this way, or head fake this way, and then I'm still going this way, but you don't think I'm going this way because I'm so good at running routes. I want to see Rome transition to that. I don't need Rome to be the burner. That's what you got Luther Burden for. Luther Burner is a burner. That's what you got Xavier for. He's a burner. That's what you got Khalif Raymond for. He's a burner. You need somebody that is going to be the route guy. Somebody that's going to be my roster is so crisp. That's the reason why I'm open.
Yeah,
I think Rome needs to transition to that, especially with the injury. I think that'll prolong his career a little bit.
And if he does that, like Bellissimo said, I mean, I think Luther Bird is our wide receiver one eventually. But if he can get his route running down, like Bellissimo was saying here, that could be our wide receiver one. I mean, maybe we'll have two wide receiver one. You know, you got Burden, you got Rome. Colson Loveland might be the best pass catcher on the team. You talk about jerseys. You know, I started buying throwbacks. I went and got me the Urlacher. I'll probably get me another Peyton. But the wife got a Loveland jersey. That she loves the guy. Plays great, looks great. You know, he's a star. I feel like, and I'll go ahead and tell StreamYard to clip this because I've been saying it, and I feel like it's kind of been lost. If you look at where Ryan Poles came from, we were all begging for pass rush,
Yep.
The Kansas City Chiefs do this the exact same way, and that's where Poles came from. They got Chris Jones in the second round, but they hit on quarterback, they hit on tight end. They keep trying at wide receiver. They can't seem to get that right, which I feel like we've done better drafting wide receivers than they even have. If Rashee Rice get right off the field, he'd be good, but
I mean, didn't they draft Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, but that
so
was,
I mean, technically they did hit on a receiver.
Right.
He just said, "I'm going to get paid."
Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying is that's where Poles came from.
Yep.
And as far as defensively, they hit on a second round pick, which we're still trying to do. Apparently, Shamar Turner's knees not getting back to the way they thought it would be, so
which
that's
is
a concern. Dex still can't get up fast. I'm hearing good things about Vandenberg, so maybe that's our diamond in the rough 6th round pick that just comes in and straight tears it up.
Loving.
Yeah,
loving too.
And then
I've seen a report that somebody said that he looks like Aaron Donald.
We talked about that on draft, actually maybe on here when we were covering our undrafted free agents.
Yeah,
how Loving was one of those top dudes. But back to what I was saying, Kansas City, they draft secondary pieces. Look what they just did with Trent McDuffie. And I believe the corner before that, they did the same thing where they draft them, they develop them, they trade them away to get a bunch of draft picks. That allows you to spend more money on your quarterback if you need to, and your quarterback has to be willing to let you borrow from that contract so you can pay other guys. But I just feel like he's trying to build what they have in Kansas City, starting off with the quarterback and the tight end and getting pieces in the secondary on defense. That's exactly what Kansas City does. They drafted George Karlaftis in the first round, I believe, late first round. But other than that, their first round picks go to the secondary, go to wide receiver. One time they picked a running back, which we might see next year. I mean, the running back class is awesome. It looks like it.
That Ahmad kid from Missouri.
Yeah, Hardy.
Yeah.
I was talking about him last year. I was like, is he draft eligible? Because he was a badass last year.
That's a bad boy. That's a bad boy.
But I think that's what it comes down to. And people don't think about, look where Poles came from, look who he learned from, and how they built the City Chiefs. You know, if we could find a Chris Jones in the second round,
it'd be nice.
We'd be in a lot better shape. But I mean, if we hit on some of these late round defensively, and if Book hits this year, which he's been working his ass off, I follow him on Instagram, and he's been working his butt off to get big and bulky and strong. And he hates the Green Bay Packers just like us, so I love that. but I think that's what it comes down to is Poles is trying to build Kansas City 2.0, and he's got his blueprint that he's getting it from, and regardless of what we think, that's the blueprint he's following. You know, I don't know. What do you think of that, KB?
Oh, absolutely. And I think you got two of the best setups you can have, right? You have somebody that's coming from the blueprint of Kansas City, and then you have somebody who's the architect pretty much of one of the most explosive offenses in the league with Ben Johnson. I mean, it's like that perfect whiskey drink that you get, that Manhattan or that old fashioned. You got your main ingredient being Ben Johnson and your other main ingredient being Ryan Poles, and you're mixing those two together. Poles gets a lot of hate. I get it. Like I said, and it's funny because somebody asked me, they said, man, if you had Caleb Williams on your podcast and you sat there and you looked him in his face, would you be honest about how you felt before drafting him? I said, absolutely. Absolutely. I watched how Poles built this team. I watched how you use Fields to basically put you in a position where you can build a better team.
Right.
I would say I was somebody who wanted the picks. I wanted Marvin Harrison Jr. I wanted all of that. But I'm also wise enough to say that now that we're on the other side of it, we did the right thing. You drafted the right guy.
The one that I still don't like that we didn't do was grabbing Verse.
Oh yeah, bro. That still hurts me. That still hurts me, bro.
But I was all about Verse. Hell, in my mock drafts leading up to it, on every podcast I had, I grabbed Verse with that second. I was
gonna say, bro, you heard me. I said Verse reminded me of Cleo Beck. So I'm like,
he's in Cleveland now. We'll see,
right.
We'll see how Verse does out there. That's crazy. What I'm sorry to cut you off, but what the Rams have done this offseason is just it's Super Bowl or bust for sure with those.
Oh, absolutely. They got the Kansas City's best cornerback on their team. You went and got the best defensive player in the league.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro. That's wild. Right now, to me, they're the betting favorite. Now, I don't see how you stop them.
Yeah.
Unless you absolutely look at that. Yeah, we go triple. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Triple right there. Bourbon, Scotch, and one beer, baby. But no, to me, they're the odds-on favorite, man. That's a hell of a team. And I think the way that you beat that is by having the X factor at quarterback.
Yeah.
This year is gonna speak volumes. I'm not somebody who's gonna sit there and say I expect us to have another 11 in whatever record. We could very well have 10 wins this year. My biggest thing is just beat the division.
Right. We won the division last year, going 2-4 in the division. You don't see that often
at all. Win the division. That's the biggest thing. That gets you into the dance. And then, like I said, anything can happen from there. Any given Sunday, man, you were a miss time play, maybe a miss issue on a route. I don't know what it was that DJ did. Maybe DJ wasn't running the full route. I don't know. But you were literally a catch. You were a catch away from beating the Rams. A catch away. That to me, that's big. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and say we would have beat the Seahawks in the next game. I'm not saying that at all. That's a tough team.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit there and say the Bears didn't have a chance.
Especially with that Trapillo at left tackle. I mean, I don't know what they would have done going up against Seattle's D line.
Yeah, so like I said, bro, you have the X factor at quarterback, man. Caleb is the engine for that offense. He's the engine for the team. They just got to figure it out on defense, man, and we have to pray that they keep making this step forward and it's not just all hype. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest thing coming out of this.
Yep, absolutely. First of all, Triple R, if Aaron Donald does come out of retirement, it's curtains.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you compete with that? You got a Hall of Famer at defensive tackle, and both first ballot Hall of Famers at defensive tackle and at edge rusher. You can't double team nobody. Right. If Stafford wins another one, he's consideration for Hall of Fame as well. I mean, that'd be 2 Super Bowls and an MVP, and the numbers are going to be crazy. So I don't know how you compete with it, man. Unless injuries occur, that's the only thing. Doesn't worry him one bit. Cornelius, man, like KB was saying, we was one bad pass away from beating these dudes last year. Now, if that pass that forced it to overtime, if Myles Garrett's on that D line, I don't know if Caleb turning around running is gonna work.
Nah,
but oh, that's crazy, man. It's just like you said, KB. Seeing this from a Bears quarterback, man, it's just. I love Jay Cutler. You know what I'm saying? That was my dude. A lot of people hate on the dude, but I felt like and I've always said this, he came when they brought him here, their expectations was, okay, this is the final piece for our Super Bowl. And then when he wasn't able to deliver that, he kind of was shat on. And yeah, he made some questionable decisions, but he was a gunslinger, man. He's going to trust his arm.
Yep.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Brandon Marshall down there somewhere. That was
Right.
that was the original, the
Yep.
OG. Jay Cutler he throw it in the triple cover. He did not care. He trusted his guys to go out there and make the plays. Yeah, Swaggy, you might be right. He wasn't the leader that we needed.
Absolutely not.
Which is absolutely that's the number one question mark for Cutler, in my opinion. But you think when we traded for him, he was a 26-year-old quarterback just come off of a Pro Bowl year, and they really didn't surround him with nothing. They didn't. He had a 7th-round pick as a left tackle. They tried to force feed Devin Hester as a wide receiver, and in today's game, he'd be a monster. But back then, the game was just different. You couldn't do that. But
hey man, and that man still found a way to get us to the NFC Championship game, which is still wild to think about. Like we can't not bring that up.
Yeah,
that team still made it to an NFC Championship game. Then the famous injury happened.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that made me mad. I was in the Army at the time, and everybody was like, I'm always like the Bears fan that everybody knows. I feel like everywhere I'm at, and they was like, I don't care what they do, man. They have shoot my knee up. I'm going back out there. And I'm like, bro, he couldn't get any torque. You know what I'm saying? If you go back out there, I don't even know how he do turning around to hand the ball off. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even do that game plan. But Caleb Haney definitely wasn't it. But man, gotta get out of memory lane. Let's see what Berlissimo says here. Caleb, Colson, Rome, Luther, Xavier, Cole, Khalif, DeAndre, Kyle are problems for our opponents. Joe, Jonah, and Darnell are enforcers on the O-line. I like our chances, health permitting. I agree, Berlissimo. The division's going to be great. You're playing a first-place schedule. That's why we're going to be the top pick to regress. We're going to hear it all offseason. The Bears are going to regress. They're playing a first-place schedule. All those lucky wins, all those come-from-behind victories, all those very marginal – I mean, remember there was a few weeks there where we had to block a field goal to win. You had Washington fumble the ball, like trying to run the clock out. It was like the Pope just had us, man. The Pope was just hooking us up, and now he's working for the White Sox, man. The Pope just got his ways. I don't know, but
I love it.
But you're another year into the system, and all the guys know what's going on. It took time for them to learn what was. I mean, they couldn't even huddle up right. Ben Johnson pulled them off the field when they come out the huddle wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think. Oh wow, Berlissimo says Vegas picking us to be a top 16 of the draft next year. At the minute, I think we're third favorite in the division. So they've got Lions above us, and I think they have Packers above us. I think the whole division is going to be good. A lot of people. Go ahead.
I was going to say it's funny because I look at it. I'm not understanding this shit from the Packers, bro. I'm not. They got significantly worse.
Yeah.
You don't have first of all, you pay Christian Watson the money you pay him. Absolutely outrageous.
Cream Sleeve had a tweet that had like 10 dudes. One of them was Tariq Cohen. I can't remember. He had a whole list of dudes. He goes, all these guys had more receiving yards in a season than Christian Watson. And I was like,
to me, it's not even a lack of production per se. He's a Kyler Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to talk about it. He doesn't stay healthy for shit.
Yeah.
You got to put in stock that you got Matthew Golden. Okay. That's what you, and then they got one more, Jerron Reed still is there, or whatever he is. You're banking on your tight end coming off an injury. You're banking on
good, but
he's very good. You're banking on an O-line that you let get significantly worse. that you let get worse.
Yeah, Elton Jenkins is in Cleveland now.
He's in Cleveland. You let your other center go, and you have to look at the other fact. Michael Parsons ain't gonna be playing for 6 weeks. I don't see the allure of the team. I don't. Y'all, to me, you're putting in a lot of stock
It's
to think
just
that
the
Jordan
logo.
Love is more than average.
It's just the logo. They see the logo, they assume that they'll be good, which is usually a strong assumption because they usually do. Other than 1 year I could think of, and I think Rodgers was hurt that year, that they're usually pretty good. Yeah, I agree, Buka. They're the Cowboys of the North for sure.
Absolutely.
Everybody loves everything they do, and they just assume
That's wild.
$78 million next year for Love and Watson. I think Love is highly overrated as well. I mean,
Absolutely.
They love the guy. I don't see it, man. They paid him before he did anything. I guess they had to because the other option was let's draft somebody and hope we can get something out of them. But I don't know, man. And the Lions, I mean, they beat us last year twice. So
yeah, that's the team that worked.
That that it's just and a lot of people sleeping on the Vikings. I mean, the Vikings beat us week 1 last year with 9 at quarterback.
Yeah,
they've upgraded at quarterback, in my opinion. You got KOC, one of the best coaches in the league. The defense is. I mean, we'll see if Caleb Banks can stay healthy. Did you see the chain Caleb Banks went out and bought?
Yeah, I saw it.
Bro,
oh my God,
vault? It opens. A vault that opens. That was nuts.
Boy, they lit his ass up. They said this got to be the dumbest mother.
As soon as that check hit, he was like, "I'm out."
He was like, "Let me go ahead and go to the jewelry store right now. I need a diamond encrusted vault."
Yeah. That opens. That's crazy.
That opens.
That's crazy to me.
Wild work, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
You might be right, Bellissimo. I mean, Caleb's kind of had for as great as Brian Flores is, which I still think deserves a head coaching gig. I guess he didn't get it because of the lawsuit he's got going on or whatever. But Caleb kind of had his number. You know, he was able to find some open receivers. It's kind of a cat and mouse game. And I loved hearing back in the day, Aaron Rodgers said his toughest opponent was Brian Urlacher because Brian Urlacher watched his tape and kind of knew what was coming, and the cat and mouse game that they had with each other. I feel like Caleb's got that with some of these defenders in our division as well. I mean, the Vikings are the team I was shocked didn't take Thieneman.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of they needed that safety position back there, and they really didn't. I can't remember. They didn't even address it in the draft, did they?
I remember they drafted somebody. I have to look that up.
It was a pretty good safety draft class, but we got. I mean, it's him or what's the name at Ohio State? Downs.
They did grab Jake Galladay, and it pissed me off.
Yeah, but that's late. That's late. Anyway, I feel like we've been all over the place this morning, KB.
Absolutely.
I ain't really had it on the tracks here, but it feels good to be back talking some Bears. We're gonna, I guess, close out again until I have to look at the off-season schedule. Don't they have another mini camp or training camp? Is that next? I think training camp.
I think training camp is next because they're going to be off for a month, pretty much.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think that sounds right. So we'll come in and we'll either do a preview or a recap of training camp. After that, all the news and notes that comes out, any signings or any of that kind of stuff, we'll cover all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, unless there's something else you wanted to go over, KB, we'll try to close this thing out. If you want to plug anything, go ahead and hit your shout outs, and then we'll close this thing out, KB.
Oh man. So I mean, real quick, man, shout out to the Bears, man. You know, training camp or whatever, mini camp, wherever this is, the OTAs. A lot of tidbits out of that, man. It sounds like for the most part things are moving in the right direction. Shout out to the chat, man. It's good being back. It's good talking football on a Sunday, man. Can't wait for the season to come up, man. Shout out to everybody in the bar room. And shout out to my boy AC, man. You know, we always gonna be brothers, my boy. Always gonna be brothers, man.
Absolutely.
You know, my other thing, you know what I'm saying, when I do my other podcast and I'm over on Chicago Sports. So if y'all ever want to give me a listen on there whenever I pop up, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm like the weather, man. I come and go. I'm all over the place, brother. So like I said, shout out to the bar room. Shout out to my boy AC, man. Love y'all boys. Can't wait till the tailgate show gets back fully. We're gonna be dropping some knowledge, man. So give us that like, that follow. You know, we can hype up stuff now. Hype us up. I don't know what that entails. I just know that it's another button. It's good for the algorithm. So love y'all, man. Stay easy, bro. Go ahead, take it away, AC.
All right, brother. First and foremost, shout out to Mike Schaefer coming on with us.
Absolutely.
Giving us the eyes and ears of a seasoned season ticket holder, because he's been one for a long time. You know what I'm saying? He's been around. Definitely I was excited to get his insight on everything that was going on with our Chicago Bears and with the stadium and how that affects him and his family. So definitely shout out to him first and foremost. Shout out to Aldo for giving us a platform to put this on. Shout out to the chat. Y'all brought it today. Everybody was putting in, giving their opinions and stuff, and it was great to hear from everybody. Shout out to you, KB, my brother from another mother. I know you've been out there working hard with these tornadoes and stuff, man, and I don't know how much sleep you getting lately, but I appreciate you coming on here with me. And taking care of business. It feels good to talk ball again, man. I know we talked a lot of hypotheticals today and a lot of off the field stuff, but that's what you got to fill the off season with, man.
Yep.
You got to talk about Madden. You got to talk about the stadium. I'm tired of hearing about the stadium, but you got to talk about it, man. You can't just skip over it for sure. We covered everything. Talked about the whole division and stuff like that, man. Just great, fun show today. Like KB said, I got another podcast as well. The 12-ounce Crow Route podcast is on Daily Football Roundup's YouTube page. You can go over there, subscribe. We do every Wednesday night show, so it's kind of right there with Bare Their Souls. I think we're on a half hour prior to them, but you can always catch it on demand anytime after if you want to support me there. And I started a new venture, KB, with my 12-ounce Crow Route podcast. I am now peddling in the bearded community, a company called the Mad Viking Beard Company.
Mad Viking Beard. Let's go.
I have a link connected to all my social medias that can take you directly to their website. Promo code is Curl Route, capital C, capital R, no spaces. They sell beard products. Of course, I'm a beautiful bearded gentleman, and I don't just roll out of bed with this. You know, I gotta take care of it. I gotta put my oils in. I gotta put my beard balms in so it lays down nice for me. But they don't only sell beard products, KB. If you cannot have a beard, I know you're not allowed to in your current line of business. They also sell bars of soap with the same scent, and their scents are awesome. They got hats, they got shirts, they got all that kind of stuff. To go check them out if you feel inclined. And again, use the promo code Crow Route if you'd like to. That gives you 10% off and gives me a little kickback as well, saying that I brought you to the website. But definitely excited to partner up with those guys. Until I think that's everything, man. So we'll come back, like I said, in about a month probably and talk about OTAs and stuff like that. Yeah, never cutting off the beard, True Prover. My wife would leave me and I'd probably have to go move in with KB if that were to happen. So comment, and subscribe. Again, like KB said, hit the hype button, hype us up. Share it with your friends. Share it with a Bears fan. Share it with a Packers fan. We don't care. I mean, last year when we did our pregame show, we would start getting fans of other teams, which shows me that our stuff's getting out there, and those other fan bases want to come in and talk trash, and we more than welcome that. We'll talk some trash back with them. But till next time, we'll just leave everybody with a bear down.
Now.